Hello everyone, it's Chris Clark with DiscGolf.Law. The Disc Golf Pro Tour is parting ways with UDisc for the 2024 season and will transition to a new technology service provider for recording and displaying live scores and competition statistics for the 2024 season. The new platform will be powered by the PDGA Technology Committee, which now includes the team from StatMando, the popular disc golf statistics platform that was recently acquired by the PDGA. A basic version of the new live scoring platform will be available beginning at the DGPT regular season and will be hosted on DGPT.com. This is big news for multiple reasons. Of course, the departure of UDisc is significant. UDisc had been involved with the Pro Tour since 2016 as the core live scoring and statistics technology provider at DGPT events. Their partnership produced stat categories and terminology that have now become cemented in disc golf language and culture, such as Circle 1 and Circle 2. UDisc Live was also one of the most popular platforms for checking scores and tour standings. So why would the DGPT want to essentially start over from scratch? It likely comes down to wanting to fully own and control their data. Leagues like the NFL and Major League Baseball make millions every year licensing their data to third parties. Fantasy football products like ESPN and Yahoo typically get their data through partnerships with the leagues and their data provider partners. These providers collect and distribute real-time and historical sports data, including player statistics, injury updates, and other relevant information. It's common for these partnerships to involve a combination of upfront fees, ongoing subscription costs, and potentially even revenue sharing arrangements based on the usage of the data. In the Disc Golf Pro Tour's announcement, their Vice President of Business Administration acknowledged this as a major driver of the tour's decision. Hosting our own scores and stats is the first step towards being able to use our data for further fan engagement and to reach new audiences. We will be able to provide third-party access to our scores and statistics that can be used by sports news organizations or for gaming, such as fantasy and wagering. Now, to me, this is one of the most important aspects of the Disc Golf Pro Tour's decision: the opportunity to attract new fans through fantasy and wagering has massive potential to grow and legitimize the sport. As the popularity of legalized sports gambling rises in the US, the economic effects extend further into the realm of sponsorships, advertising, and other forms of partnerships. And we've already started to see examples of disc golf fantasy platforms partnering with players. Just recently, Kristen Tatar announced an endorsement deal with Path.com, a European full-service gaming site which offers slots and betting and casino type products. Just imagine the opportunities and dollars that would flow into the sport if sites like DraftKings and FanDuel got involved. There will always be a significant number of sports enthusiasts who predominantly tune into games with betting in mind. These fans are open to exploring new sports as long as they can bet on them. Now, with that being said, there are still other reasons the Disc Golf Pro Tour would want ownership over the data that it collects. The Disc Golf Pro Tour has worked hard to consolidate power in disc golf by acquiring various competing tours and media companies over the past decade. Hosting the go-to source for scores and stats on their own website gives them even greater access to convert more disc golf fans into paying DGN subscribers. Altogether, this seems like a pretty logical move for the DGPT, and we will be excited to see the rollout of this new platform in the near future. But what about UDisc? What will its role in disc golf look like going forward? UDisc has been moving away from the PDGA and the Disc Golf Pro Tour for a while now. It used to be the case that a UDisc Pro came as a free benefit of buying a PDGA membership, but that ended in 2022. And as many of you have probably heard by now, this year, UDisc increased the price of a pro subscription from $15 a year to $30 a year. UDisc has also rolled out a slew of new features recently, including a new UDisc rating system for tracking performance and assessing course difficulty. UDisc has also rolled out a free UDisc events platform for running tournaments and leagues, and an overhauled system for finding and categorizing courses. UDisc also announced a partnership with FPO players Ella Hansen and Holland Handley to run a series of women's disc golf clinics during the 2024 season. Obviously, we know that UDisc has always been much more than just a way to check the scores at Pro Tour events. But it does seem that over the past year or two, UDisc has made an effort to pivot away from being just a simple scorekeeping app to a robust all-in-one platform that facilitates player participation, tournament and course development, media relations and outreach, and more. Does this sound familiar? Those are some of the exact same objectives that are laid out in the PDGA's mission statement. We've never really seen a viable direct competitor to the PDGA. Sites like Disc Golf Scene and Disc Golf Course Review offer similar and sometimes overlapping services, but are almost always working alongside or in tandem with the PDGA. You could perhaps consider the Disc Golf Pro Tour to be a competitor to the PDGA in some ways. The introduction of the Pro Tour and its success did essentially kill the PDGA National Tour, but their relationship has now become much more collaborative, particularly regarding event scheduling and enforcement of PDGA rules at Disc Golf Pro Tour events. Now, UDisc and the PDGA both have their own rating systems. Both have their own platform for live scoring at events. Both produce educational and promotional content about the sport. Most people who read the statements from the Pro Tour and UDisc assumed that this breakup was initiated by the Disc Golf Pro Tour. But what if that's wrong? Maybe UDisc was the one who wanted to end their partnership. In their statement, UDisc's co-founders emphasized how the new circumstances would give them more time to focus on delivering innovations to their core product, and that the UDisc Live website would eventually become a place to search for scores and stats from all disc golf tournaments that run using the free UDisc events platform. It will certainly be interesting to see how the power balance in the disc golf industry changes as a result of these announcements. So tell us, what do you think? Will the new Disc Golf Pro Tour platform be a good thing for the sport? Will it bring dollars from fantasy and from wagering? Do we or should we want that? And will UDisc rise up as a competitor to the PDGA? Is disc golf big enough to support two different entities sanctioning and operating competitions? We would love to hear your thoughts. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and thanks for watching.